Let's play Redactle for Thursday, June 30th. This article has a long title, something something of something else. First word has 11 letters, the other two have 7 letters. The something something of something, and then this looks like it should be also known as. Okay, and then a two-word name. Are the something hyphenated, blah, 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 blah. And then we have some characters here in italics, single characters. First thought is a law case, something V. No V. Okay, let's move on. Despite, maybe it's. Despite it's something. Size, maybe? No, there are 3 sizes though. We'll come to those in a moment. Oh, we have a lot of characters in italics, single characters, double characters. Here's a single letter with a period, which can often be something scientific, something medical, as something below. And then look at this. We have italics, non-italic, and then this looks like one character which is not italicized followed by one which is, and then that's repeated again. So I'm now definitely getting the feeling this is something scientific, possibly chemistry. And then what's going on here? Like there's a little gap before this line and it goes with and then also. So I think there may have been some diagram or something there. Anyway, let's move on. A something something a blank. Maybe now known as here. Yeah, now known as. How about among these, among those, which, okay. And here I see italics A, and then another letter, would that be B? Yeah, A and B. Not that it really helps me. At the end of the something century, 19th? No, 18th. Okay. Doesn't really help me, but oh, there's a 19th century. So we have 3 centuries, then a century before, after. No, neither of those are redacted. So let's just keep scrolling here without something something. It is not possible, maybe, to something something the whatever. And then we have some bullet point items with a lot of italics. Are they the names of papers or books? They're very long. When I see such long titles, I immediately think of older writing. But maybe it's not the titles, maybe it's just somebody has used italics for these bullet points as a style choice. Is that if X is a, no, there are 20 X's. Okay, of the something, So let's just see, is this chemistry? No. Is it mathematics? 3 mathematics. These just seem to be down at the bottom in the reference section, so don't think it's mathematics. Let's try physics. Let's try science, scientist. Okay, well, let's go back and look at some of our words. We had also known as the something is also blank as blank. Not sure what word that would be, but let's go on. Well, that was our funny also suddenly appearing after with. It was also, not sure what those words are. Is also a blank. How about they also? No, there are some theys though. Let's go back. Oh, we have to go back through our alsos. But the something is also, okay, for something less than infinity. I hadn't noticed the infinity before. Let's go on. Also in something is not a whatever. I don't think it's prime. I think it's 4 letters. There are some primes though. Prime, let's try factor and factors. 2 of each. Let's try was, had, has. Okay. If one has a factor of something, well, would we have other? Let's try formula. 5 formulas. So we'll look at our factor. There they are. A lot of italics in that line. Okay, into both factors. Let's try 2, many, could it be odd? No, but let's try numbered. And let's do even as well. Let's look at our evens. Even without something, it is possible to find. No. How about self? No self. Well. Ill. Now let's try wells. Is a well, we know it's not known because we did that at the beginning. Is a well something. Let's try limit. Oh. Okay, let's try our finds. Let's just do number. A lot of numbers. Is a something number with its something. How about 0? So it's a mathematical term. Sub-zero? No. What is that dash zero? What is this? Has at, oh, it's 5 letters. I was thinking has at most. Let's do most anyway. And more. Oh, has at least, sorry, of course, has at least one. Not sure what that could be. Has at least one form. Okay. Oh, how about quadratic? Yeah. Quadratic equation, quadratic formula, quadratic equation. Oh, didn't have focus. Let's try that again. Equation, equations. There are 5 equations. Well, let's look at our equation. A something equation of, and then some quote, something the equation is something. How about reduce? Don't you reduce? No, maybe not. How about solution? Solve, solved. Is there a theorem involved? Oh, a lot of theorems. Oh, so in the title, so that's one of our 7-letter words. Something theorem of, could it be numbers? That has 7 letters? No. We do have 30 occurrences of numbers. Something, so how many letters in mathematical? Well, 12, so that's not the word. But we do have it 6 times. Some mathematical, or at least the something something. Let's try history for this section. No, there are 3 histories. Some aspects of the theorem. Parts. Forms. Now we hit some zeros there. Let's go back up to the top. So the something theorem of, is this final word somebody's name? Has at least one something, somethings with 4 letters. Is a something number. So let's see, we have the real numbers, and then we have imaginary, and we have complex numbers, right? Ooh, okay. With complex something has at least one complex part. Did I do part? No, has at least one complex with its imaginary part, something to 0. How about complexity? One complexity. Okay. Let's see, what other words have I not done? Did I do integer? No, there's one. How about integers? None. Let's look at our one integer. Riemann comes to mind, but is he physics or mathematics? How about hypothesis? One hypothesis. The something hypothesis. Let's look for the number 1 and the number 2, and then Z or Z for the final one of the range. Oh, a lot of Zs. Did I do component? Did I spell it right? No component. How about components? No, none of those either. I think I did X, yeah, but let's do Y just for completeness. No. How about C? 26 C's. So I do watch some of the number file videos, so I have that layman's understanding, but how much of it I actually remember is another thing. So will I be able to come up with this title? What is that 3-letter word hyphenated with 0? Could be some Greek letter. Let's try cold, 2 colds. Many something something of the theorem. R, we did R. Were, oh no, I didn't do R. Sorry, that's a new one. And let's look at our R's. Are either 1 or 2. However, in such, okay, in such a 3-letter word, in such a way. That's pretty ridiculous. I did form, I was thinking of the something X. I think an asterisk would not be redacted. No, it must be because they took it. So X, and how about caret? It takes it, but doesn't show any with a real and something from E is an important mathematical letter. Oh, but here it's just simply IE. Also is not a something. So let me see, I did integer, integers, I did real, complex, imaginary. Let's try iota. No, square root of -1. Let's try minus. Oh, the minus not redacted, plus not redacted. That's interesting. How about equal? 6 equals. Okay, imaginary part equal to the something theorem of, okay, who are the famous mathematicians? Let's try Pascal. No. Oh. How about Newton? No. Let's try English. Okay, this seems to be down in the, well, maybe not the references, but are the sources, but it's a title perhaps. Oh, English publication or something. Yeah, same there. How about French? No French. Swiss, German, American, two Americans. Oh, American Mathematical. Is that Congress? Union? No. Society? Okay. Maybe the Royal Society? Oh, there we go. But let's look at our two Americans and our two royals are going of the Royal um, Academy, Royal Mathematical. Mathematical. No, I did mathematical. The Royal Something Academy, Part 1. Okay, so these are just sources. Let's try references. A reference. Sources. No. We go back and look at some of these words that we haven't checked out. Quadratic formula. This formula is something outside the something something of whatever. This is a contradiction, maybe? Oh, now that is ridiculous. This is a contradiction, and so A has an something or other. So we're probably doing proof by contradiction. Okay. Oh yeah, there we have proof by contradiction. Okay, let's see. So these should all just be this, the proof of the something something is by contradiction. Did we do another? For another something proof by contradiction. What are the other common words we haven't? Let's try he and see if we're referring to somebody. So here's the history section. Somebody, I'm thinking, with two short names in I don't know what that three-letter word in something. Oh, maybe a month. Oh, or no, in his book. How about Principia? No, I thought it might be Principia Mathematica. Published in some year at some place by somebody. Maybe shown or held or posited. No. So who is some mathematician with 5, 4 in his name? Was there a guy called Hook? I think he might have had an E at the end of his name. Kepler was more astronomy, right? Galileo, did he dabble in mathematics? Don't think so. Oh, of course, there was Fermat, his last theorem. Didn't spell it right. There we go. No, he is not mentioned. Who else could it be? Wasn't there a George at some point? No. David. One David. Oh, okay. So probably not important. So let's go back, in which it was shown that, can't believe I haven't done that yet, that this something is equal to, and that's where the article seems to get corrupted somehow. How about previous? Or also complex something. Did I do factorial? Let's try that. No, I didn't, but there are none. Factorials? No, interesting. Okay, I am going to have a quick look at Google and try and find some famous mathematicians, particularly one who has 5-4, who may have written some book at some point. So I'll be back with that. Well, I haven't found a 5-4. I did find a 4-5, Carl Gauss. Let's see if he's mentioned. He seems to be. Oh, so actually that was a good find because he may have come up with something very similar. So the something Gauss theorem. Okay, I'm going to cheat further by looking at Mr. Gauss and see what he's famous for. I'm not finding anything with his name after a dash for a theorem in a quick perusal, but there are some things that he does definitely seem to have been a very important mathematician, built on Euclid. He did a lot of work on distribution, so I am familiar with Gaussian curves. Let's see if that is mentioned twice. If it's Gaussian something. Oh, and here it's interesting, the Gauss dash something, so his name comes first down here. Let's try curves. No. How about curve? 3 curves. And do something, a curve, the curve, the curve. So all 3 are right there together. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Maybe there was another Gauss. So let's look at Gauss again. Published by Gauss. To something, to key, maybe? No, to something were published, which did not solve. No, it did solve. It did not something the blank, but something of which neither of which was something. One of them, blank to blank, was published in it, and it was something. If the proof had I'm going to think maybe some kind of error. The other one was published by Gauss. Let's see. He had a dissertation in 1799. Let's try that. Okay. So let's see, on the fundamental theorem of algebra. So let's try algebra. 35, and algebra has 7 letters. There we go. Oh, and yeah, the title there, fundamental. How about fundamental? There we go. Also known as D'Alembert's theorem or the D'Alembert-Gauss. Oh yeah, I see that now in the Google result I'm looking at. So I did have to cheat. I did have to look up the name of mathematicians. I mean, there's nothing in that title, no word that I don't know. So I think if I had hacked away at it for long enough, I might have come up with those words, but I'm not sure. It wouldn't have been very interesting for you to watch. If you did know that title yourself without resorting to Google, congratulations. Well done. Yeah, I want to see what, yeah, so here is shown this polynomial is equal to, and then there must be some diagram with something else. Also Euler, or Euler, I think you pronounce his name. So there we go. It's not showing me my stats today automatically. Not sure why sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. There we go. So again, with cheating, it took me 146. The global average was much better, 77. So this is a day where I definitely did not do as well as everyone else. But I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Thanks as always for watching.